This is Apples and Oranges, episode 100.
100.
Yes. 100 episodes of Apples and Oranges action, all at your disposal. But, wherever you listen to podcasts, wherever you consume media, there's 100 of them.
Can you believe there have been 100 episodes of Apples and Oranges? It makes me cry. It makes me cry to think about it.
I know. It's an emotional episode. And who better to share this experience with us than Harry Minsky?
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
It's such a delight to be here on the 100th episode.
Oh, it's such a delight to have you.
Yeah. And how does it feel to be sitting in a host's chair?
Yeah, you're in the host seat spot.
I feel overcome with joy and power, and I want to abuse it as quickly as possible. So why don't you guys start doing a little dance?
Oh, but Gangnam Style. Okay.
That was nice. That was really good.
Yeah.
So, I'm feeling great.
Well, that's amazing.
It's amazing.
I'm feeling pretty powerless. I'm not even the cameraman.
Yeah, no cameraman. You just have to sit there.
This is like the actual guest seat.
Yeah,
low-key.
that's true. How does it feel?
First, I feel small.
Yeah, so you've been making people feel for 100 episodes?
You don't even live here, man.
Yeah.
Actually, Harry lives here.
That's true. My name's on the lease. I've got the bed with the Superman sheets.
Ooh, that's
car-shaped bed.
The car-shaped bed. It's got lots of plates stacked up on the windowsill.
And of course, I sleep in the room with the bed that looks like a giant dog, like the one that Billy from Billy and Mandy has.
Ooh,
Yeah.
right.
And I sleep in a big litter box.
It's not a separate litter box. It's for you to go in. You go and you sleep.
Yes.
We clean it.
Sometimes you
Yeah,
clean it.
it
It's
never
right.
be said that we would not have like a standard of hygiene in the home.
No, they don't even keep it in the apartment either. It's just right outside the front door. And
Right.
Jack's not dirty. We don't let him be dirty.
no,
He cleans himself.
He's self-cleaning.
That's the whole point.
it's true.
Yeah. He gives himself a shower outside. We're not going to waste our water.
Sure. And we really should clip his nails, but boy, does he scratch. Yeah, it is not. I'm not getting paid enough for that.
I know. Yet,
Especially because it's for one episode.
Yeah, they removed all my teeth. I have to wear these fake ones. So they don't work, though. Whenever I try to eat something, they just break.
They just buckle.
So I have to eat soft foods and take out the teeth.
Yeah, it's a shame they came in a 6-pack because we're going to need way more than 6.
Yeah, well, maybe sometime in the next 100 episodes, you can watch me eat soft foods.
Or you can eat Jack, if that's like, if
you
you're
want to eat
into
me
that.
too, that's fine. I mean, look, each their own.
To eat their own. I mean, that's what someone would be doing. Unless we have any creature listeners.
Yeah, are there any reptiles listening?
Well, I'm just thinking if there's like a Cyclops or like a Pegasus, like
They eat their young?
That likes the show?
Yeah, if that likes the show, then like they wouldn't be eating their own if they were eating you. It would just be like
sure.
natural circle of life.
Yeah.
Like if a creature were. They wouldn't be eating their own.
I see.
Yeah. I suppose real animals would also be good examples too, not just the mythical.
No, but real animals can't appreciate a podcast.
See, I think that's the key distinction. You talk to a tiger, they don't have anything to say.
No.
Though I do think that I'm going to, how babies, if they listen to music, it like impacts their growth or whatever when they're still in the belly.
Yeah, headphones on the stomach.
I think my child's going to listen to this podcast
Whoa.
in the womb. 100 episodes.
Be like, oh, my dad was like pretty wry.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of maybe just doing freezing my sperm and in the freezer have it be playing for eternity.
If you freeze a sperm. No, it's just like, think about how like it's like, is it actually frozen or is it just moving really slow? Because if it is, then that would work fantastically. Imagine like time is slowed down for it, like 10 million years. Colors turn into dust, thoughts become mush, but podcasts forever, and then you get to be a person.
Yeah, maybe that's just hell.
To listen to a podcast in slow motion.
Yeah, for eternity, while also you're a sperm.
Right.
That one wouldn't be fun to be a sperm. I gotta say, thrilled I'm not a sperm anymore.
Yeah, it was a bad time in my life.
Totally, that was probably the worst.
No hands. I was stuck in my dad's balls. Like, it just wasn't fun.
You know what's also interesting? I was listening to a TikTok. I learned this today. The egg that because you're not just a sperm, you're also an egg.
Yes,
that's true.
And that egg was in the womb of your grandmother. Because think about it, because your mom had that egg her whole life.
Oh.
And that egg was literally in your grandma's womb.
Oh, that's crazy.
So shit that happened to your grandma when she was pregnant with your mom impacts you and like your DNA expression,
Oh wow,
gene expression. Yeah.
I have no jokes for that. That's just
Yeah.
interesting.
this is very interesting. This is an interesting podcast now.
It's
It's an interesting
We have-
100
We have
episodes.
experts on. It's also, you know what? 100 episode. Got the 100 sketches shirt on.
Oh, true.
yeah. What amazing
put that
promo this
together.
is for that.
Represent.
Yep.
Right,
Come to that show, folks. That's going to be the greatest show on earth.
I didn't even realize how fortuitous to have you on, Harry.
Of course.
Sure. Hey, a co-production
Yep.
and a group endeavor to do 100 things, which, as we know off this episode, is an impressive number to be done.
Yeah.
That's
100
true.
sketches in an hour or less.
Yeah. And I think it's also great that it's the 100 episode. It's time we can look back at all of
Yeah.
our amazing achievements of this podcast.
well-
We've done 100 episodes. We've had
Yeah, where did we
over
start?
100 guests.
We've had we started
It's a
on
retrospective.
we started on Zoom. We were on Zoom for most of this
We were on
podcast
Zoom
run.
for basically until a few months ago.
Yeah,
No, like a year.
until
When-
episode
when
like
did we-
80 something. I don't know.
When did we get off Zoom?
It was. I feel like
Probably
it was like.
In the 80s?
Yeah, I feel like we haven't had more than 20
We
episodes.
really
in
only
person.
actually had 20 episodes of this podcast. If you think about it.
refer
Yeah.
to like eras of the podcast as like the 80s,
Mm,
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
the 90s, the 30s.
Yeah.
sure.
I believe my first appearance on this was on the podcast, Zoom.
Yeah. Yours was pretty early. Your
That was
episode.
like 2022 or 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Like
been on
that.
Zoom for a while.
It was on Zoom for a while, and there have been some episodes that had to be removed because the guests are just like, I take this off because I'm looking for jobs or I'm too cool for your shitty podcast.
Whoa.
Like the episode where we had a literal child on for the 12th episode, a 12-year-old for the 12th episode.
We wanted to celebrate the 12th episode with a 12-year-old, so
Yeah.
we had our 12th guest was an actual 12-year-old.
And
Yeah,
then later
and-
requested for the podcast to
No,
be taken down.
Well, no,
The
basically,
parents.
his parents were like, this is going to hurt your chances of getting into a college. But I'm like, if your college admissions officer is listening to a podcast,
Yeah.
that's not listen for us. That's sick.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you should just let
So
it
let it
be.
play because we were trying to get advertisers eventually. So,
Okay.
but so they, and then also I think our friend Christian, I think his was taken down because he was just like,
That was one of the first like search results when you Googled him and
Yeah.
was looking for a job.
yeah,
Fascinating.
and it, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what my
Have you ever Googled yourself, Harry?
Yeah. There's another guy with there's this really good picture of my dad with me and I'm a baby that comes up if you look it up. And that's about it. I think my LinkedIn. I swear to God, I must have thought of this and looked it up because I do feel like there's a bunch of crazy stuff that could be associated with me on the internet. And I feel like I would have done something about it.
Yeah, I mine didn't really. I feel like at least at this point, there's so much with because every podcast, our podcast says Jack Holmesley on it, and I don't know if Matt and Jack does. Maybe I should actually Google myself. But there are other Jack Holmesleys which I think help cover my tracks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
It'd
it's
be a
never
f-
affected my job stuff.
It could be a fun podcast for you guys to just try and find people with your same names and have them on the podcast.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's great.
And then
Yeah.
debate them.
Yes.
debate their asses.
You guys know, surely you've looked, have you ever found any like concrete evidence of another Jack Holmesley, another
Yes.
Matthew Cutson?
There is another Matthew Cutson in California, which is
Wow.
interesting because he's like one of the only other people who's not in my immediate family line that I know of with the name Cutson. No one else, to my knowledge,
It's not
has
a
that
common
name.
name, yeah.
The first name Matthew.
Uh,
This one.
right, this one does.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just the other. There are like two Cutson families in the world, basically, and they're both related to my adopted great grandfather,
Wow.
Hmm.
It's fascinating.
or like adoptive. Like,
Never once thought if like I have any actual relation to other Minskys. I've just assumed that like probably not.
Yeah, yeah,
Um.
yeah.
Other
There's
Holmesleys?
there's like in my like county or a few counties over. There's a literal other Jack Holmesley who's like a pastor or a
Whoa.
priest or something,
Oh,
and he
wow.
does. But it's like
the other path you could have gone down.
I know, but he's in his 50s, and I don't think surely we are related because it's like the same state, and it's like it's so close, and it's the same name. But I don't like have any contact with him, and I haven't spoken to my other relatives, being like, "Yo, how are we related?" But they don't know him honestly.
Sure.
But there are other Holmesleys, and I didn't realize like I guess it's not like a common name, but I can see there being other ones. It seems it's like an Englishy kind of
yeah, it has
basic enough name where
Yeah.
I think there are other Holmesleys for
Holmes.
sure.
Lee is like blank Lee is. feels
Yeah,
like a-
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Ooh, I might have to change it to something else, Lee.
Yeah, could be nice.
Like Chunk Lee.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty. I do like. I feel like people don't change their names enough.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to like be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, like.
Are you allowed to change your last name?
Yeah,
You're allowed to change
You
all
can
the
change
names
it
you
all
want.
up. I think it's probably maybe kind of complicated.
Yeah, you got to probably
Bureaucratic,
go
but-
through forms and things.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
And then it's like a whole to do to get your name changed in like all your paperwork.
Mhm.
Because it's like you can get it changed in one place, but until you manually get everything else changed, it's just like your info is going to be inconsistent.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like a reverse tree. Like all the threads that you have that lead you to where you are. There, elementary school leads into high school, leads into whatever comes after, and it starts with that last name. And you have to sever at some point. It's increasingly complicated.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to call myself Sting, I think.
That's pretty good.
Sting's good.
No one's done that before,
No,
right?
I never heard of that.
No.
Okay.
I'm
I think I'm
gonna-
Sting.
I'm gonna be Zep.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Zep anything or Zep?
Zep Pez.
Zep Pez.
Oh, very
Yeah.
good.
Whoa.
Yeah, because it's like a Stanley Yeltsin.
Yeah. Stanley Yelnats. Yep.
Stanley Yelnats. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Stanley Yeltsin.
Yeah.
We were
That's
talking
pretty
about
cool.
Yeltsin before this podcast, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The premier of the USSR.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
anyone
yeah,
knows
or
what
the
the title
president,
is,
I
let us
think.
know.
President.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's top 10 president of history.
Yeah. He was awesome. Didn't he just do like
I don't know his
he was
deal.
wasn't he just like a next level alcoholic?
I think a lot of these Russian
but like
cronies are.
to a degree that it like fucked up his presidency and like it's just like why he needed to be replaced.
That's awesome.
Who was the premier in like 2000, like 1990, 2000? Sure. Is that Yeltsin?
Yeah, I think it was Yeltsin before Putin.
If it was Yeltsin before Putin, I remember in class in high school, they showed us this like ad for Pizza Hut where everyone was like, he's too liberal. He's not liberal enough. And then an old lady steps up and he's like, he's some of this, he's some of that. But he brought us Pizza Hut. And he comes in and eats the Pizza Hut. 'Cause that was probably a big deal. First
Yeah.
Pizza Hut in Russia. Yeah, and actually, Pizza Hut pulled out because of the Ukraine war.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
damn.
Yeah.
he
That's
took away
like a
Pizza Hut.
real like blight on the history. I think like if you live in Russia to like have that moment, the Pizza Hut in Russia,
Yeah.
and then Pizza Hut's gone, you're like, oh my god,
That's kind of
Like,
like
what did you do? We
They
had Pizza Hut.
unpizzaed the hut.
Yeah,
they actually unpizzaed him. And that was kind of like when, remember, like the Twinkie, it's gonna go away. The Twinkies
Right.
going away. You're
oh
gonna,
yeah,
you're
that-
living in the world after the Twinkie, and everyone's like, "This is an outrage." But like, hey,
manufactured panic.
Was that ever? Are they ever really gonna do that? That was
I
just
think it was
BS.
just the company went bankrupt, and maybe it was like, it
there was
seemed
some
like it got
concern about it.
rectified way too quickly for there to have ever been a serious issue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like a crazy thing for me to just say, though. I'm sure it was more complicated than
No,
that.
no,
But-
yeah, but at the same time, it's like that was an actual crisis.
Yeah,
that was a national conversation for
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
I
That
don't know
was-
what year, but maybe that was 2009.
No,
Yeah,
that was later. That was later.
He's later?
Let's throw out our guesses.
I'm
I
gonna
think
say
2013. My guess.
I feel 2012.
No, I think it's like 2009.
Okay.
All right. Whose phone is nearby?
I got mine.
Mine's over there recording us.
When was the Twinkie crisis?
Hmm.
No, give me the financial crisis, which was 2007.
Ooh,
Sure.
All right.
well,
Twinkie.
2012.
2012.
2012.
Wow.
Oh, very nice.
Very
So the world
nice.
did almost end in 2012.
Yeah.
Sheba. I remember being like a 10-year-old boy being like, I'm so scared for 2012.
Yeah. Oh no, me too. Did you watch the movie?
The movie didn't scare me. What scared me was History Channel, like conspiracy theory docs that were
Ooh.
like ancient aliens type shit, where it's like like there's going to be a catastrophic event in 2012, and I just remember like just pacing around my grandparents' house, being like, "What are you? We're screwed. We're gonna die. No one's doing anything about it." And then just like the next day waking up and being like, Minecraft, you know, like, the
Also-
attention span just like,
Do you remember that was like weirdly enough like that was such a trend in the early 2010s like apocalypse hoaxes like that was
or like the Mayan calendar.
the Mayan calendar
Yeah.
but like there were like once every year like a year or few there was like oh this is like a date that another group of people are saying is going to be like the end day.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like okay like everyone was just copying 2012 and the success I guess of it as a concept like I don't know who profited off that most? It was like Discovery Channel, right?
Yeah,
Discovery Channel,
yeah, like the
or
History Channel,
History
or
Channel,
Channel,
that's
or
it.
and the creators of course, 2012, the movie,
right?
where I think they ended. I watched the movie a few times. I think they went on like all the rich people just went on these big boats, basically.
Yeah, they did.
They were
Boats
fine?
is the way to see
Yeah,
it.
the world didn't end. Just some crazy, like a bunch of stuff shifted, and there's a bunch of disasters. But then it ends in like because one scientist predicted it.
Yeah.
And then he told the people up top, and they were supposed to get his poor scientist buddy out of India, but they
didn't
because they only cared about themselves. But then even the rich people couldn't defend themselves enough. Like one of the ships almost breaks.
Yeah.
But then at the end, they find unity. And also, it was one of the the like trope of like the kind of like the bad father, or not the bad father, the divorced father.
Yeah.
And there's the new dad.
Yeah.
And he's not like a bad guy, but he's like, I just want my wife back.
Yeah.
The divorced dad gets crushed by a bunch of gears.
Oh my God.
He gets squished. It's horrible.
Oh my God. They
And then,
viewed him. And then
what's his name? John? Is it John?
the
John?
actor?
Yeah, it's the brother who was in Being John Malkovich. It wasn't John.
The
Wasn't-
brother who was in Being John Malkovich.
The brother of the other actor who was in
John Cusack has a brother.
John Cusack has a sister.
Oh,
Yes, the brother of John Cusack. John Cusack was the
Joan
the lead.
Cusack.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Cusack was not.
You know what would have
Oh.
made that movie 10 times better? If The Rock was in it and if it was called San Andreas.
Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you seen San Andreas?
I watched part of it recently and it is, I mean, the part I saw was just bad. It was just action.
Yeah.
It was just like really lame action. It was like
It was just disaster shit. It wasn't.
Yeah. The Rock
Yeah.
was so sick.
Yeah, my friend, our friend Brennan gave us showed me a clip. It's like the female lead in the movie is talking to her friend, and she's like, "I can't do this. I can't do this. Everything's too much." And then she goes to the bathroom, and then like, and then the female lead goes to check out the bathroom, and it's just gone. The whole thing's gone. But I don't think it starts with it being like a disaster. She just like her friend freaks out and then goes to the bathroom, and then the bathroom's gone, and the
my
building's
God.
cut in half.
Oh my God.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I just think it's interesting with like let's make a movie about an impending disaster crisis. Like,
Because
because
people don't want that right now. Everyone's
yeah,
too
people-
like stressed
yeah,
out.
it's too crazy. Give
Yeah.
me Minions again.
Yeah.
The
I could go for some Minions.
Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't done a movie with like the what is the super volcano in Wyoming or whatever?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
Yeah. That's like one that they say is like in 2 years, it's when it blows up, we're screwed.
I
When it
thought
blows
there's
up.
like a 3% chance of an asteroid hitting Earth. In
I saw that
2032.
too. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it went up slightly.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
at 1, now it's at 3.
Yeah. I
But,
think
but this isn't the highest it's ever been. 2004 or something like that. 2003 was like the highest the like odds or whatever have ever been.
an asteroid hitting us.
Yeah, yeah. It
How high were they?
was like 1 or 2 points higher than it currly is.
Okay, so not too high.
Couple percent.
Yeah.
High though. I mean,
I think we'd be able to stop it.
with what?
With me. What do you mean? I could stop it.
I think
Yeah.
this is the plot of Don't Look Up, but if Jack were there to sort of be
If
the
I were
weapon.
Don't Look Up, I would have stopped it. If the dinosaurs had me, we'd be sitting. You wouldn't be Harry. It'd be Harry Saurus.
Yeah.
We could have a Harry
Pretty
Source
cool.
here.
No rising mammals. Yeah, this
I wonder
actually-
what would happen.
What?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Sorry, I was going down a whole tangent.
No, tangent away.
No, I was going to say, if the dinosaurs weren't murked, people would be pretty scaly.
Oh, that's so true. It's crazy.
Maybe I'm tripping though. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm just
Just the doctor.
I'm just what does he say in The Master? I'm a nuclear physicist, philosopher, storyteller, but above all, I'm a man. Have you seen The Master, Harry?
No.
Oh, it's
What is
fire.
it?
Oh,
It's
you're
like this Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
There's the movie he made after There Will Be Blood.
Ah.
And it's Joaquin Phoenix and Philip Seymour Hoffman. I think both giving their best performance. Would you say so, Jack?
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Though Joker 2, pretty great. No, Joker 2's trash. But Megalopolis is awesome.
Thank you
Yeah.
for qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Megalopolis was awesome.
Megalopolis was so
It
good.
was really fun.
It's wonderful. We already have a whole podcast episode on here of us incoherently talking about Megalopolis.
Yeah, it's that one is that's a great one. That's a great episode. Well, the Skrinkets.
Oh, what number?
Trinkets.
What
Yeah,
number
yeah.
for the folks listening at home?
I think maybe like
90.
I think
I think it may have been 95.
89 or 90, yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
90.
Just 10 episodes before this, we were on Skrinkets.
Yeah, we were doing Skrinkets and stuff.
Yeah.
Is Screen Kids like a segment?
No.
It was
Skrinkets
just it
is
was
a
the name of
Christian-
the show.
And it's a Christian app.
Oh, yeah, it's a Christian app.
Ah, Very nice.
It was nonsense, but it was a good one.
Yes.
Mm.
wait.
Circle.
To circle back, to it being the 100th episode. You guys, do you guys have plans for like the next? Say, if I were to pose to you guys like next episode 110. What's that? Episode 150. What's that? Episode 300. What's that?
What's the future of the show?
Yeah.
Episode 10. Episode 110 will be us with my son.
Okay.
That's so soon.
Super soon.
That's crazy.
What do you mean? That's 20 weeks.
That is.
My son will be born in 20 weeks. Then episode 300. I'll grow a beard for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
think
too far.
Jack grows a beard. Well, he gets beard injections.
Yeah, I'll get beard plugs. Yeah, beard plugs.
Yeah,
plugs,
beard
face
plugs.
plug, yeah.
Have you seen those people that like get like tattooed like stubble?
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick.
It's like blue. It doesn't look right.
Yeah.
I remember I saw someone who's got like tattooed jeans, and I was just like, "Oh, it's pretty
Whoa.
cool." Without thinking about like, wait, that's like the biggest lifetime commitment I've ever seen.
Yeah, you can't wear like wearing like a bathing suit is weird now because you always have jeans on underneath.
Sure.
But also like,
I think that's
is the
sick.
point to be that like you could like get away with being nude in public? Is that the goal?
Yes.
That's what I, as like a 7-year-old, seeing that image thought. But as an adult, I don't see why you would need that.
Because
If you're an exhibitionist.
No, if you're on, I sweat on planes. I've never been on a plane that's good temperature. Imagine having no pants in the plane.
I think it would smell bad.
Maybe for some, no, you know what? It might, but you could be like, "What's that smell?" To the guy next to you, you're like, "It reeks on here, bro. Like, it actually reeks." What?
Just like get attention away from it.
Yeah, you just deflect. Whenever, yeah. He who smelts it never doubts it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's true.
And then I also have my like tatted on tank top too. I'm super hairy too.
The only actual clothing you have on is a real belt that you have to take off and the airport security on.
Wow.
Oh man, that's so true. That'd be amazing.
Awesome. I guess that would be, you could get that done for like episode 400.
Yeah.
That would hurt so bad.
First, after you grow a beard, you get your beard injections. Episode 400.
Yeah, episode 400. Tatted up with clothes.
So, episode 500, of course, we're getting Ben Shapiro.
El Knock. Perhaps we have a special guest. New guest in the pod.
The last episode ends in a horrible.
Better eat your apples. Don't forget your oranges. Better eat your apples. Don't forget your oranges. Apples and 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 oranges.
It was
Just a solicitor, and I was just off the pen, and he was trying to promote his music as well. I couldn't deal with it.
That was super sincere. That was super exactly what just happened. I was kind of expecting you to be like,
To do a total flip.
it's 3 Girl Scout cookies trying to sell me cookies. And I was like, no, thank you.
I thought it was
I was
going to be
ready
like
for a joke.
I thought it was going to be what we should have had him on and gotten the fourth mic
that
out.
would have been so cruel.
No, it would have been really bad.
Yeah.
But folks, gosh, we should have them sponsored. This episode is sponsored by Empower. We'll give them a shout out because I don't know exactly what he was trying to sell. Maybe I should listen, but I immediately, as soon as I knew, because I'm a salesman,
Of course.
did I tell you about my?
No, what happened?
I'm my last day is going to be the end of this month.
No way.
Yeah, they're letting me go.
Ah, shit.
No, it's okay. I've had a great time. Shout out Sednor.
Does that have anything to do with what's going on with the government right now?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It was
Okay.
basically just like they lost one of their big clients that was paying
yeah.
my salary.
Yeah,
and
that
like,
happened.
but I've been looking for an exit.
Nice.
But
we love you, Sednor.
Sednor, we love you. Ilya, Nikita, if you listen to this, y'all are the best. I love you so much. And what a beautiful, it's the 100th episode, and I get to say farewell to Sednor, the job I've had for the past.
It's time
year
to
and a half.
change. You just earned it. We earned a new digit. You know,
We
on
earned a
our
new
podcast.
digit. Another notch on my my belt that I wear over my naked body.
It hurts so much to get. Like,
All those tats.
every crease. Every
everywhere.
fold.
Yeah, it'd be awesome though. What does getting a tattoo feel like?
It's not pleasant. It depends on where you get them. I got these on my arms, and it wasn't so bad. Like, the less nerve endings, the better. Like, I think,
Mhm.
like, here is fine because
Yeah.
this brushes up against stuff, so you don't have as much nerve endings. But this guy on my leg was like, ouchie mama. But it was like that for 6 hours.
Oh.
This isn't even that big. Also, I'm a bit of a baby. But I assure you that getting one on and near your genitals would hurt a lot. There's no world where it doesn't.
That one on your leg is really
That's
really
very
cool.
ornate and beautiful.
Yeah, I
Thank
was
you.
thinking that's beautiful.
There's one that compliments it on the other side.
That's awesome.
That is
Yeah.
awesome. Thanks.
Yeah,
Hell
very
yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, they were. I got a tapestry from my grandmother, Indian side, that someone made for her, and then there was some animals on it, so I gave it to a guy, and he translated them on the tattoo.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah. When you said like it depends where you get it, I thought you meant the type of tattoo parlor.
Oh, that's
And
true
so-
too. It's true too.
Really? Okay, so there are just some that have like this is the rusty needle.
Yeah.
Welcome to Rusty's Tattoo Parlor.
Yeah.
Spikes.
Hook man. I saw this dude on the internet who is doing kind of like I mean it's basically it's even more intense than doing like the jean tattoo and the tank top tattoo. He's got like part of there's people like this you see in the Guinness Book of World Records where like
Yeah.
they get fingers removed and like part of their nose taken
Yeah.
off and they're like, I'm trying to look like a freakazoid. And that's their whole deal. And they're like, I don't
Yeah.
know. I wonder if it's like
Body modificationists.
yeah, body modifications. Oh fuck. What was that movie? The future the Cronenberg one.
Oh,
Sex is
Crimes of the
Surgery.
Future.
Crimes of the
yeah,
Future. Yeah.
Crimes of the
that's kinda
Future.
reminds
Have
me
you
of
seen
that.
that?
No.
Oh, that was a good movie. It's interesting. It's one of the great David Cronenberg movies of him doing his one of his big impulses. I feel is just like having the characters just like philosophically like monologue back and forth at each other. Like the whole movie is like a Socratic dialogue about David Cronenberg's favorite topics: the body, sex,
The future.
future,
The future of the body and
surgery.
Surgery.
Yeah,
Ropes back to the body.
yeah.
Cool.
No, that's sick. I don't know if I'd ever get a surgery.
Yeah, if I could avoid it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get like a few surgeries this year.
That's a great it's a great resolution. Get more surgeries.
Yeah, not like specifically, plastic surgery. It's just like I'm gonna find like whatever medical condition, like if I can find something for them to remove, like
I just want to find a doctor to be like, fuck me up, fam.
Yeah.
Give me take a kidney.
leave a kidney.
Give a kidney. What if we just did a kidney swap?
Squad.
Yeah, kidney swap. Trade those.
How great would it be close to someone?
What's that?
What a great way to be like close to someone,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
What about a three-way? The three of us could get a three-way kidney swap where we each take two of the other people's kidneys.
Ooh.
So you never have your original kidney at all.
So I give Harry a kidney. I give Matt a kidney. Matt gives me a kidney.
Yeah.
Matt gives Harry a kidney. You give-
We keep going.
yeah. So we would each have. I would have both of y'all's kidneys. And
Yeah.
You would have both of my kidney
Yeah.
and each other's.
You ain't given enough time to like re-become your kidneys. Like, do you have enough like natural juice and musk to like recondition?
It's all
our
about
kidneys
musk.
to be
That's the thing.
yours?
Yeah, but what? Yeah, because what if one of us has like a limp, dusty kidney? And so, Matt, like, I don't know. I'm like, I feel great. And you're like, Jack, we feel terrible. I feel so good. Like, I've never felt so healthy. And y'all are just like,
We're dying.
I can't
You live
move.
like this.
I'm like, holy shit.
we're getting jaundiced so fast.
Yeah, I just immediately like look amazing. Like, have like superpowers.
Man.
Holy shit, this is what existing is supposed to be like. Every time y'all move, it's like
It's really good.
you're like, I didn't know piss could be this color. Yeah. Well, I think I really I don't know if I'd donate it. I guess I'm an organ donor. What am I saying? I would give an organ.
Yeah, if I was
I'm
gonna
freaking organ
die,
donor. Yeah, if I
But not
die,
in your
yeah.
life. Like, would you, as a living person?
Well, that's that great Curb episode where Richard Lewis needs a kidney and he's like really pressuring Larry, and Larry's like, I don't really want to do it. It's like his best friend who's gonna die. And he's like looking for this other kidney because he doesn't want to get one of his. Or I forget what it must be a kidney. I don't know what other organs you can do that with. Give to other people.
I think there was this TV show I was watching with my sister called who's Gossip Girl?
Is a little show called Gossip Girl.
Yeah, and I swear to God, there was a plot line where like a girl meets her birth mother and is immediately like, "Can I have your kidney?" And she's like, "Yeah." for $100,000. And she's like, for sure. But then it turns out that's illegal. But then she gives her an $100,000 dress.
Whoa.
Wink, wink. And
they get kidney juice in the dress and it's ruined.
I feel like I donated a kidney for it. I don't know though. Because if you really need a kidney, you're willing to pay more than $100,000.
Yeah, you're willing to do anything.
Anything.
I would do anything for a kidney.
I would give away my one working heart for a kidney.
If only I had a kidney, I'd give it all up. My heart, my lungs, my brain.
They're like that. You're at the hospital, and they're like, "Yeah, you can have a kidney if you eat this 48-ounce steak in one sitting. You get a free kidney." So anyway, you can get it. It's like one of those like Texas restaurants in Texas. You get like a free meal, but
And if not, you have to pay for the whole thing.
if not, you just die. You don't get a kidney.
Right.
The wait list is too long. We can't do it. We can give you a dog's kidney to buy you some time.
It's not better, but we can put it in with your currently failing kidney.
Yeah, it'll be your kidney's best friend.
You'll do like a Rob Schneider, the animal, bark a bit.
You can only pee if you lift one leg up now. That's the only way you can go.
Yikes.
But some of us are already got that dog in them.
Yeah. When I lift two legs up when I go to the bathroom.
That's why there's a pull-up bar above our toilet. So Matt can dangle when he pisses.
It's just better.
It is better. It's how humans are supposed. Humans come from trees. We're primates, folks. It's how we're meant to pee.
That's right.
Yeah. I do. Gosh, we just need to return to monkey, I think.
Yeah. Pee from elevated places.
Yeah.
I assume monkeys don't enjoy peeing on themselves. I don't see like they probably still like pee off of something or not like just pee them. I guess no animal can pee its pants.
Well, wait till I give a baboon this tattoo.
That would be freaking crazy.
A tattooed baboon.
Imagine this on like one of those like like a real baboon, like one with like fangs that will rip your face off.
Yeah.
And you just sneak up
through
on
it. It sits through a whole tattoo appointment.
Are they like a tattooed baboon is something that like Timmy Turner would wish for in the intro of like the
tattooed baboon.
I'd gladly become a primate tattoo artist.
That is such a that's a very Butch Hartman concept to me, a tattooed baboon.
Mm-hmm. Because it's really about God at the end of the day.
It's at the end of it's about God. You know Butch Hartman,
Unfamiliar.
creator of The Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom.
Whoa.
And
Amuse.
What was the other show? Tough Puppy.
Ooh.
And over time, I don't know. You just kind of
He crashed out.
the quality went down, and then he just became really Christian and created his own streaming platform for animated Christian stuff.
Wow.
I do think starting today, I'm making a resolution. I'm gonna become like an animator. I'm getting into animation. It's fucking time.
Hey, that's a really good idea.
Because this year I was like, I'm gonna learn to draw and then go into animation. But now I'm like, I can just draw for fun and I should just dive in. I gotta because I'm sure there are a bunch of new tools now that make it more accessible. Or maybe it's still impossible and it's just super difficult and I just need to learn. But I think in 10 years, if I start animating now, in 10 years, I'll just be the GOAT. And I feel like my ideas translate so well to animated shit.
I've been down to get into that.
Let's get it. We'll get in on that. We'll talk.
Well,
I think
something I've always wanted to do. That was the first thing I wanted to do when I was a kid, I feel.
I think
be an animator.
I think it'd be sick.
Yeah, it's cool.
But what it makes you wonder. I've yet to. If we had time before this, I was actually going to do some research, but I was running late, and I wonder can you just go on YouTube and look up tutorial how to become an animator?
Totally.
I bet there's just different software that it takes, and
yeah. I mean, there's also stop motion's a good entry point.
Yeah,
that's
pretty sick.
But that can take so much longer.
It can.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I think if I were to try to get into animation, I would start with trying to translate a 4-panel comic. So it'd be barely any movement, just enough 4 separate scenes in the video form. So you don't have to worry about I don't know, pose and modeling completely escapes me. Drawing a person moving their hand and grabbing accurately.
Right. Yeah.
Which isn't necessary for cartoons, but it does kind of inform it, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Totally.
You want it to resemble reality to like
Yeah.
at least I don't know.
Yeah.
My mind like 50%.
But
Like
think about how simply like the Fairly Odd Parents is animated.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
yeah,
Like it's flat, it's low on detail. They put detail where it like matters, but
Mhm.
like I don't know, everything's just like on model and flat. The characters this,
It's like
the hands are like cupped like this typically unless they need to,
yeah.
It's not really depth to anything.
No.
And I also think
That's
that
the fun
like
thing about animation. It doesn't need to be that,
no, it can be super simple, and I feel like a lot of content now that just like is vertical. I feel like animation could translate really well to vertical content, and I feel like
Yeah.
a few people are doing it in like a
Yeah.
unique way that like
Yeah.
fits the screen, or utilizes it in
Yeah.
that way. Like
I feel like the person who does it best is Felipe from Simple Town. You know Simple Town, the
No.
sketch group?
Unfamiliar.
They this sketch group that does TikToks and I think live shows, but I've never seen them. And I met Felipe once, and that's where I became like more aware of them and like his own account where he does like animated, verticals basically. And I really enjoy them. They're really fun.
sick.
And like there's nothing like I would not say they're animated in a sophisticated way, but they're like funny drawings with funny voices and like
Yeah,
it gets the job done.
exactly.
They're just very funny.
hmm Yeah, it's definitely the frontier.
Yeah.
That's one of the frontiers. I also think I always come back to that. I want to take that professional wrestling class.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was talking with Josh and Justin and Matt, and maybe it's like once a week or twice a week, and it's sort of nearby, closer to you.
Professional wrestling class.
Yeah, like you make like a character and you learn like the fake moves. I've never like watched wrestling seriously enough, and if I had like could
What if that's
freeze
like
time.
a better way to enter it though? Just like come in with purely with like an outsider's perspective.
True. Yeah. I used to play the Wii WWE game, which was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would your wrestling name be if you got one off the dome?
Off the dome, Pez Zepp. Or Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp would be excellent.
Yeah.
He's going for a Jack Sparrow.
Just shows up drunk and falls over.
Of course, my name would be Sting.
Yep, Sting.
Yeah.
That's really
Right.
good. Ooh, what if we could do like a duo? We could be like a
Just like celebrities who already exist.
Wow.
Like your wrestling persona is just an impression.
No, what if we got like a group of us and we were like all the Baldwin brothers? How many are there?
Whoa.
And one of
That's
us
so
The
good.
Brawling Baldwin brothers.
Ooh, the bowling. Yeah, the
That's
brawling
so good.
Baldwin.
A team.
Yeah, and one of us is a gun.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's like, someone could die at any moment.
Yeah.
Love it.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that's actually my Avengers. I've been so fatigued of superhero movies. I heard the new Captain America is kind of mid, but the
Yeah.
superhero movie I would see, the Brawling Baldwins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brawling Baldwins. That still feels more like a vaudeville show to me though than like a.
And they're like kind of juggling stuff between themselves.
Yeah.
It's very like Three Stooges.
It's like a
I imagine.
trapeze vibe as well.
Yeah, juggling. Then one of them notices juggling another Baldwin brother.
Yeah.
How did he get there? Oh, that's strong. That's powerful. The problem is I can only name Alec and
Billy.
Billy.
I could not name the third one.
There's
Or
one
the
in
fourth.
there was one in Wilfred. You guys know Wilfred, the TV show?
Yeah.
The Diary
Oh,
of
yeah.
the
I know
Bandit?
Wilfred.
I remember
One of the
Wilfred.
Baldwin brothers was in that. But
Oh, really?
there's
Him
four of
with
them,
Elijah
right?
Wood.
Yes, with Elijah Wood, and a guy from New Zealand who also made the original.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an OG Wilfred.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Good great, beautiful premise. I
Fantastic.
actually don't know if the show's that. I haven't seen much of it, but I just like it's such a good
It's
premise.
one
It's
episode. I thought it was
great.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if I
It's kind of been forgotten, I feel. That was
Yes,
from
it
a
has.
different era of TV.
it is. It was on FX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another grandma's house watching that shit.
Yup.
Yeah.
Mm.
FX has the movies.
FX has the movies.
That's seared into my mind.
FX has the movies. Did they have the movies?
Did they? What movies did they have on FX?
They had a lot of. They would Iron Man 1 before Marvel bought it. They'd show the Iron Man a lot. They would do.
I think of FX a lot like AMC, like right,
Yeah, it's like that
similar vibe. I feel like AMC. I would say every time I have like flipped past AMC in the past 5 years, it has been playing Batman v Superman.
That's funny. That's pretty accurate.
I have no idea. I've never thought about what they stream besides Breaking Bad and
Walking Dead was like another
Oh,
one on
Yeah,
AMC.
and Mad Men. Those three were on at the same time. What a
Dang,
powerful
they had-
moment for
they had
AMC.
Mad Men.
They were
All
beast-
three at the same time. That was their moment.
What year
That's
is that?
Oh, to
Crazy.
be like AMC in like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, that was
Huh.
sick.
Oh my
we're
God.
never dying, and they're like burning money. And then now it's
Not
just like
3
what are
years
they-
later, and Breaking Better
the-
Call Saul's over now too.
Yeah, it was like Breaking Bad ended, and then they're like, quick replace Better Call Saul, which like it took I feel like
It did take a
fair
few
amount
years,
of time for
yeah.
people to like actually get into it.
Yeah.
But then it did.
I've heard
you
it's
know,
great, but
Yeah,
like
it got back. I think in terms of viewership.
I remember when it started, it was just like, oh, no one's watching this.
Yeah.
Like I didn't expect it to last
Mhm.
and then become such an acclaimed show, which is cool.
Yeah.
you know.
Yes.
Yeah. Bob Odenkirk is just good. And I
Yeah.
think that helps.
His next
really
show,
funny.
the show they gave him after that, I assume that's canceled, right? I haven't heard about it since.
There's another. He got him a show.
Ooh, remember right after Better Call Saul ended, it was like right after it ended, there was a new Bob Odenkirk show out.
Nobody.
It was around the same time as Nobody. It was like a satire about like academia. He was like a professor,
Oh, this kind of rings a bell.
and it was like I remember the ads for it, and then I never heard anyone mention it ever again, and it's just disappeared into obscurity.
Interesting.
Wow.
I couldn't tell you what it's called. Lucky Hank. I think the show is called Lucky Hank.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not so lucky after
That rings a
all.
bell. I know they're doing a Nobody too.
Nobody too.
Mhm.
Yeah, America was like, we want like Bob Odenkirk to be John Wick, please.
Yeah.
Like, can you please give us Bob Odenkirk John Wick? We want it so bad.
I feel like John Wick is kind of just a genre that
Yeah.
popped out of nowhere, and
It
it was just
did.
kind of like so because it's like before that time, like there was John Wick, but before John Wick, it's like oh, there are movies like this where there's like a
Yeah.
guy
I mean, it's
kind
Rambo.
of going.
It's Rambo, but like
Yeah.
more concentrated.
I feel like
right?
Yeah.
Taken was the big trend in action before John Wick.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Taken,
That's
yeah.
true. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a good man gone bad.
yeah,
You brought out the demon, now you get the horns.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he just is like
And the hyper technical gunfighting above all else. Like, we're not
Mhm.
interested in explosions. This is not an explosions franchise necessarily. This is not like big, insane things crashing into each other. Like, it's all about people and
It's
just like
about-
gun kata.
in like precision.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Maybe like a spiritual successor to like the Kung Fu craze in the 80s.
Yeah.
Totally.
yeah.
I was well before my time, but I know there was like a period of American fascination with like importing Kung Fu movies from
Totally.
China.
And also learning that
Right.
Karate Kid,
Karate Kid,
Kung Fu's
Bruce
gonna
Lee.
Kung Fu's gonna change
Jackie
your
Chan.
life.
Kung Fu's gonna change your life.
Kung
kid.
Fu's gonna make you a king, young man.
That's true. They were selling that to kids.
Yeah,
You guys have like a string of like Italian karate joints in your hometowns.
I know, but a lot of similar, like basically, yeah.
I think you're right.
I
yeah.
was a Giroux brothers man, but I knew many who fought broke boards at Esposito's.
That's so funny. You know, the one major franchise locally was I would assume is a Jewish one. Tiger Schulman's.
Showman,
That's sick. Tiger Showman.
Yeah, the ads were crazy. It was this song. They had a song that played. It was "I got the power, Tiger Power."
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
He has his own song.
Yeah,
That's
Tiger
sick.
Schulman's.
What if he was like, I like a version of this where he's like actually IDF and teaches Krav Maga to little kids. You all carry this shit with you. I think it was our friend. This may not be true, but it was our friend Christian telling us how like, with Krav Maga, it's just like the most efficient way to like kill someone. It's not even like
yeah, it's not really self defense in the
yeah,
like,
yeah,
in the like everyday space, sense.
yeah, it's not like karate. Where
Yeah.
it's like because my brother is taking like a jujitsu class actually, and it's not like something you could use in real life. You know, it's like a sport. It's like
it's like aerobic and like stretching out. and
yeah,
But
and
Kra-
it's like for competitions. As where I think this is like how to kill someone.
Yeah.
Awesome. Keep on importing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At ours, we would do a thing where, because I took like, I don't think it was an Italian man, but same vibe. You would like do karate at the end of your session or whatever. You kick a board, but and then you get your next belt. But the board, you get to draw something on the board. So everyone would do sick ass drawings of the board. And I remember I did like Aang from Avatar. I think was like an
cool.
Avatar themed board one
Sick.
time, and it was so sick.
Yeah, it's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
And it
We had
was
the
so
plastic
powerful.
board for kids who couldn't break the wooden board, and the plastic board was just like two pieces that snapped together. So
Oh,
breaking
so
it was
funny.
just going bump.
Oh my gosh! Did those kids like still get the rush, or were they like, "What is this?"
I think I got that once. I don't think it felt great.
This is at age 17.
Yeah, wait, this is all coming back to me. The theme song for the
You also had a theme song.
yeah, it was,
Whoa.
It was no, I mean it was Pump It by the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, that's
We'd all
sick.
come out to like ha ha nah.
That's
Also,
sick.
there was this big framed picture of the guy, Steve DeRue, and Chuck Norris, who came to the studio once, I
Whoa.
guess. And
Oh,
then
that's
he
sick.
would point out, he would like talk about Chuck, like, what Chuck told me, or like, what Chuck would want you guys to do is, I don't know, I just grew up thinking that Chuck Norris was awesome.
Well,
Well, I think we all did.
of course. We all drank the Chuck Norris Kool-Aid, but I love how he has the picture of him with Chuck Norris because, if he also owned a pizza shop, he would still do that.
In every life, he would be having pictures of himself
with celebrities.
with celebrities at his small business.
Yeah, it's just
Which
like the Italian way.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That is like the great Italian American tradition, is it not? Like having a small business that's decorated with pictures of you and celebrities that you've met.
We should have do that in our next place and just be like, oh, fucking Harry was here. Oh my God.
There's this Italian butchery like 20 minutes from us that is fantastic. Emily's Pork Store. Delicious.
Ooh, what's it called?
Emily's Pork Store.
Shout out.
Unbelievably good. And then they home make their sopressata. They have dry and like more like deli meat style. And they have like a huge celebrity wall. And just like every time you check out, you're like eye to eye with Lena Dunham. Because it was a Greenpoint Girls era, I guess, or even before when she lived there. It was like border of Williamsburg and Greenpoint.
Yeah.
The pork store. They're fantastic.
Sick. Greenpoint is such good food. I know.
It's yummy.
I like.
Expensive.
Yeah, it's a little pricey. But they a friend whose short film I was in, and like everyone who was in the cast and crew, they all worked at this. Have you heard Heatonist? Heatonist. It's like this bougie hot sauce store
Yummy.
in Greenpoint, and it just seems sick. And I'm like, fuck.
Everyone
where
at the cast and crew of a short movie worked at the same hot sauce
It
store.
was crazy. They were like a friend group, but they were like all coworkers, and like it was just it was a good vibe. And there were a few of us who were outsiders, but I was like, man,
I want to taste the sauce.
I'm in Friends. Like I want to be in the Friends sauce too.
That sounds great, actually.
Yeah.
I've been sort of going insane not having any coworkers that I can touch or talk to. Or
I feel
look at.
similar.
specifically.
Yeah, it's not about touching. It's about knowing that I could.
Yes,
Right.
yeah. It's having the option to just
It's having a real like earlobe and be like, you could just like,
Yoink!
Yeah, I just gave you a piercing. What the fuck, man? Yeah, I made that earring for you and I just pierced your ear and now you have it.
Classic.
I noticed you had a piercing already, so I got you a second one and changed it to the first one.
Oh.
Now we're homies.
Now we're attached at the ears, as it were.
You fucking pierced my ear. I don't see it that way. I see we're friends now.
Yeah. I put a lock on this gauge I just put in your ear, so I threw away the key. Don't worry about it. You have a lock in your ear now.
You have a lock and an air tag.
That would be a funny, like, well, obviously it wouldn't be funny. It would be psychotic. But if you could actually get someone like that, that's really bad.
I've thought a lot about this because I saw an image of that on like iFunny as a tween, and I was like, oh shit, that would be so fucked up.
Of what? What do you mean?
It was like a great prank to do for like with people with like gauges in their ears. You could put a lock, like a little padlock in, in the gauge.
Yeah. Take the key. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That
The
is
only way
crazy.
that works is if it's a gauge. Because if it's an earring hoop, you
Right.
can just take the earring off. But you can't.
No, if it's a gauge.
Ooh. That's
gauge.
horrible.
Yeah.
I've thought a lot about it over the years, and
Never
I think
thought
it's
of that.
pretty horrific.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that really gets someone, though. They're like screwed until someone gets bolt cutters. Because
And then
Yeah.
you have to have a bolt cutter like near your ear.
It would be hard to do the bolt cut, I think.
Yeah, that would be like pretty dangerous territory.
I think the
Probably get
easiest
hurt.
thing to do would be to
Just remove the
cut
ear.
fence. Yes, you could cut the ear off. If you cut the fence, you could probably find a locksmith. But like no way anyone has like a good padlock, like money to buy a nice, like hard to pick
Yeah.
padlock if they're going around locking people's ears to fences.
Sure, you think they'd cheap out?
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
think that. I'd imagine they'd have to. Oh, but what if they didn't?
But what if money were no object?
Yeah,
what if it was like
there
a
were
fucking
rich
like,
freak?
literally like a rich
Wow.
monster, the unlockable lock, like fucked up like Silicon Valley type, like the lock, the one that no one can open. $900 with Siri in it, and then they use that and they stick it in your ear.
I'd be fine though, because I'd be chilling with Siri and I could just talk to Siri and be like, we're fine, right? And Siri would be
That's
like,
true.
nah, you're fucked. I'm the lock.
It reminds me. Do you guys know that like the original like inspiration for Batman was this like in like the Victorian era? There was this like big like it was like one of the first like urban legends. It was this like guy that would like, or I think it's maybe some people say it's like the first urban legend. It's like this guy who would like pop up out of nowhere and like do like little like crimes against you, would like steal from someone, or like hurt them a bit, like and then he would like vanish in like a cloud of like smoke and fire.
A trickster.
It was like this guy, and it was this kind of urban legend thing. All these people, said they met him, and then that became the thing. Oh, he was this like vampire. He was this, and then over time, it became like there's this theory about who it was. Like it was some rich guy who was doing it, like some specific rich guy
with a bunch of smoke
who
powder.
was like a chemist, I think.
Wow.
And
Dwayne Reed,
and then
the pharmacist.
over time, that guy in like retellings and things became kind of like cool and became like a hero.
Right.
And then that became the basis
for Batman.
Wow.
Yeah. You ever think about how Batman was just afraid of the opera?
Like,
and not bats. He just was scared of the opera, and he's a little scum, and he's got his parents killed.
He has to leave early?
Yeah, remember? Have you seen Batman Begins?
With the Christopher Nolan one?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, JK.
He was scared of like the bat. Like
basically,
there was a bat actor.
So basically, they're in that. So he had this traumatic experience with bats.
Yeah.
They're at the opera, and they're like these like the guys dressed as bats, like and he's like, Dad, can we go? And he's like, of course, son. And so they leave, and then whatever happens. But it's like you're scared of the theater. You should have become a ballet dancer.
Man.
You should have been an opera man. Yeah.
Whoa. Fighting crime through like a
or not even fighting crime, just following your dreams as an opera singer.
In Gotham?
Think about it. Well, because look, he
you can move out of Gotham.
No, you can't. If clearly you can't. Otherwise, why is everyone still in Gotham? It's terrible.
It is terrible. But what? How much money? Well, first of all, Bruce Wayne, we know, does not pay his taxes.
No,
absolutely
What if he used all the there's a version of it where he just builds like an orphanage or helps the infrastructure.
It's the worst city ever.
Instead, he's like, I'm gonna just go kill people as a bat.
As far as I can tell, like New York still exists, Los Angeles still exists, Chicago did.
Yeah.
Canonically, Gotham is in New Jersey.
Is it really?
Yes.
That's so silly.
It is like just a fictional big city, and also
does New York exist in DC?
Yeah.
Does it really?
It does. They've like I've looked this up. So New York, at least in some of the canon, New York and like LA and all the big cities exist, but Gotham is in New Jersey,
and Metropolis
is in like I think it's in like Delaware, like Maryland.
Well, so that's just ridiculous.
That Delaware would have a major city, and that would be like cool.
Yeah,
it could never be. There can never be a big city in Delaware.
Well, but I imagine, Metropolis. To me, I imagine it's like St. Louis or something.
I think Metropolis is one of the worst cities in this country, and I guess out of both of them, we'd rather live in Metropolis, right? Because Metropolis
is dark.
Yeah, it's less dark.
Gotham's dark.
Gotham, it's like you're saying here. It's like
it's the worst.
Gotham's the
worst. It's terrible.
I don't understand why everyone doesn't leave unless they can't.
Nah, I think I want to live in Central City. Isn't that where the Flash lives?
Yeah. Oh, well, like the Daredevil just does live in New York.
Well, because that's Marvel has real world cities.
Yeah.
I thought Daredevil was DC. Is that crazy? No, it is.
That's
crazy.
just incorrect.
I
don't know if you're crazy, but you're wrong.
Yeah, Daredevil comics. Okay, all right. That does pull me out a bit. But I'm still pretty sure the other cities do exist. And like in Gotham, it's the best scenario is when the violent criminal gangs control the banks and like kill people for gang rivalries.
Yeah.
And that's what they're trying to return to when the Joker comes and just starts blowing up ships.
Yeah, and then it even escalates when they just take over the city and blow up the bridges in the next one or whatever.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And it's just lawless. Yeah.
They could have just left.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone can, I guess. My God.
Yeah.
My God.
It seems like no other city in the country, I guess, except for Metropolis.
No, but they have like the stakes are higher in Metropolis, but at the same time, it's like on a day-to-day person on the ground level, it's like who can tell the difference? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Like you're dealing with like just like the most horrific, like consistent crime imaginable in Gotham. It's so real.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Metropolis, it's like there's constantly like someone like invading your city with robots or like pointing a missile at your city or like a laser.
Yeah,
laser
would fuck me up.
Yeah.
Like that would be a different kind of fear. That's more like living in Metropolis, I think, is like living through like the Cuban Missile Crisis every day.
Mm.
And I think living in Gotham is like living during like, I don't know, living in like 1980s New York.
Yeah.
But like worse somehow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the people from Metropolis are like nice but not kind, and then people from Gotham are just terrible. Just awful.
Yeah, I think everyone from Gotham is actually like.
But I think it's very apt. It probably is what those two things are based on.
Yeah.
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 So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this episode.
Yeah. Wait. Should we start recording?
Yeah.
Should we do a debate?
Do you want to do a mini debate? Why not?
Let's do a little
it.
debate. Let's
Yeah.
do a
Cap
debate.
everything
settle
off.
this.
Let's do a debate to
Yeah.
cap off this
Let's
100
cap
ep.
this off.
How long have we been
how
going
we recording?
for?
Like an hour?
We've been going for
Hour
57
10.
minutes. 57 minutes,
Nice.
and we can use about. We'll probably get 30 seconds of content from this episode.
Yeah. Well, there's that bit at the beginning where you were like, "Hey."
Oh yeah, it was like hello, and we did our dance.
We did our
Yeah,
dance.
and we
yeah.
had the surprise guest.
Yeah.
It's true. Okay. How much time do I give you guys? None at all. We just wait until you're ready.
Yeah, we just wait. Let's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the event of the century,
Oh,
where
wow.
century is a measure of 100, not in years, but in episodes. The
Mm.
epicentury debate between Matt and Jack, the dynamic duo, the gruesome twosome, the persnickety pair,
Yes.
two people. We're
So true.
gonna have to edit this out.
No.
No, this is real. This is raw. This is what people come here
raw
for.
episode.
Okay.
People are here for the.
They're here for authenticity.
Yeah.
That's
why we have the GoPro, so you can see.
Harry Cam.
Everything that's going on.
Splendid. All right. Jack,
Clogged.
your top category is insect.
Sec.
And Matthew, type of relative.
Type of relative.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready, and I'll call on one of you to begin.
I think too damn clogged. I gotta think of an insect.
Yeah, and a type of relative. I mean, my goodness.
I've got my insect.
Splendid.
It's very limited. I feel like the types of relatives there are.
So
Interesting.
my the insect I'm gonna argue in favor for is the bumblebee.
Ooh.
They're so damn tasty. They're so damn friendly, and they make great films. The B movie's really good. Honey is delicious. It's bountiful, and also we know what happens when the bees go away. The world ends. 2012 happens, and everything dies. Without the bees, the world is a worse place. We're better off with the bees. Relative schmelative. All bees are relatives through the queen, and I think that's probably better than any human relation. You're literally in a hive of those closest to you, so all other relatives are irrelevant. Go bees.
Splendid. Thank you. Take the stage.
Yeah, I think the best you have your queen bee, but how about the queen bee of the home? At least in a very, traditional nuclear sense. I'm talking about the mom. I'm talking about mom. Moms are the best. Mother's Day right around the corner. Am I right, folks? Every day is always one day closer to Mother's Day. And lest we forget it, moms are, they, everyone has a different relationship with, members of their family, but I would say that everyone, feels differently about them, but I would say everyone feels differently about bees. Bees, they sting, and people have like allergies to them. Like that is like most people's first thought. Not the honey. It's like I see that and it's like I gotta be careful because that thing could sting me. And for a lot of people, it's like I could potentially die because of it. Whereas like, the mom gives birth to you. Like you literally, you cannot have life. You cannot have any of this without the mom. The bees would not have life without the mom. There is whomever, carries the baby. I'm not to be, trans exclusionary, but many mothers carried the baby. And that's my opening statement.
Splendid. Rebuttal.
Let's dive in, folks. This is gonna get really dark really fast because I'll be honest, no one kills more babies than mothers. Yep, there it goes. It is an absolute disgrace to the baby community. So I think that's pretty fucked up that you would choose mothers. I also would like to just add that is it really the fault of the bee when someone is
Mhm.
stung
Oh yeah.
and that they're allergic to it. So
Yep.
it's the fault of the peanut butter that someone is allergic to it, huh? It's
Because
neutral.
peanut butter doesn't attack you. You choose to eat it.
A bee has never attacked anyone.
That's wrong.
A bee, all bees defend themselves.
Oh
A
my
human-
god.
Who would why would a foolish no bee would attack a human? They would lose instantly. A sting means you're gonna die. No,
But they don't.
I
They
think
you
it's
think
true.
bees are like smart enough to know this?
bees are actually incredibly smart. They're one of the few animals that have like a collective consciousness.
If they are so smart, then why do bees still regularly sting people? Like, why is that happening all the time?
Because even like the same way that humans go get enraged and act irrationally, bees are just as complex as us, and it's like even it's their only way to defend themselves against a massive person. If a giant was attacking you and you had
They could
and
fly
you-
away. Often they don't fly away. People get stung outside all the time.
Yes, and who do you think causes more deaths each year, mothers or bees? Yeah, probably mothers.
I would
Mothers.
say-
for sure.
I would
So
say
it's sort of a
bees.
moot point, I would say.
I think it's very much bees.
I would totally disagree on that question.
So many people have deathly allergies to bees. You get stung a bunch.
Yeah, but
by
it's
a
not
bunch
like
of
it's that
bees.
big. Like you could just use an EpiPen to end it. To
You think
cure
everyone
yourself.
carries an EpiPen?
I think every person who is intelligent with an allergy carry an EpiPen.
I think you reek of privilege.
I think I reek of honey because I lather it over my body every morning for its benefits. Because
Who doesn't
bees.
lather honey all over their body for the benefits?
Checkmate. That's a good point. Yeah, look, ever heard of mommy issues?
Yeah, I've heard of mommy issues.
There's literally even a word for it.
I've
I'm
got bee issues
There are no bee. Bee issues is not a common phrase. Mommy
all the
issues.
time. All the time, I
Really?
say I got bee issues. I got bee
This-
issues.
really?
When a bee dies in my Snapple, I go, I got bee issues. This episode is not sponsored by Snapple, but Snapple. Come on.
Snapple, please.
Come on. That was. Come on. Okay. If a bee dies in your Snapple, then you know.
So my opponent is murdering bees with his Snapple. That's
No.
ridiculous.
They die in my food all the time. I remember as a kid in my local pool. At the local pool, there was an outside area. You could get like chicken fingers, and I would notice bees were just like. First of all, bees were always all around there.
Hell
They were
yeah.
crawling all about,
hell yeah.
and they were also just dying all about, like all the time.
Because we've poisoned their ecosystem. We poisoned their world with disgusting.
But with mothers, is that what you think?
No, with indulgences like food by the pool. Water and food together. Have you no shame?
There's distance. It's not like that close to
Oh,
the
okay.
because you're not allowed to eat by the pool.
Because you could choke and die. I don't know.
You're not allowed because they don't want like to contaminate the water.
True. It also is just too indulgent, which is my true point. Allow the bees to.
you don't take kindly to indulgences.
No, of course not. I'm a simple man. I live in a cell. I live in a comb. I live in the most The bees are the most zen animal. They all live in their little like. And you know what? Humans actually.
What's more zen than like recreation?
No, it's not zen at all. A woman giving birth is a horrifying experience and painful for all parties. Everyone is like in such horrible pain the whole time. That's why like an epidural was invented, and yet a bee sting. Imagine the pain of giving birth and being born versus a bee sting, folks.
I think if it kills you, if the bee sting kills you, you know that's pretty bad. It's a real ouchie. I tell you what, it's a real ouchie.
You know what else is an ouchie? Parenticide? When your mommy kills you, that's a real ouchie.
When your mommy kills you.
When mommy takes
Let me
a
ask you, has
sledgehammer.
your mommy killed you? Has your mommy killed you?
No, because I'm blessed with the greatest mother on earth.
Yeah, aren't we all?
No,
So-
only me.
No.
Only me.
I'm just saying, it's a weird coincidence. I've noticed that everyone has the greatest mom in the world. What's up
there are
with that?
No, that's not true. A lot of people. There are a lot of bad mamas out there, Matt. It's mommy issues.
Name one.
Name one. Snow White's mom. Cinderella's mom.
Pickle Lane. He can't even figure out the name.
There's too many to choose
Your
from.
Honor,
Just
Your
my
Honor.
point. Just my point.
Yes.
Terrible mother, Queen Elizabeth.
You think so? I think
Yes.
she was a sweet old lady.
I think she killed Diana.
That's true. I forgot she killed with that sword. It was a machete. It was horrible.
It was. She hacked her to bits. And yeah. See, you're my point exactly. Mothers are dangerous. They shouldn't be left alive.
Wow.
I think bees shouldn't be left alive.
And then what happens? The entire ecosystem.
I think
just
we'll be
gets
fine.
melts.
We'll be fine. Elon Musk is going to get us to space. I know it any day now. I know that he's really concerned about getting us to space, and he's not devoting all of his time to like Nazism. I know Elon Musk just wants to get us to space. He has the best intentions at heart. He's certainly not like.
And I'm not fucking leaving this planet because there are no bees in outer space.
It feels like you guys have both reached a point where you firmly believe that the opposition's category should not be alive.
Yeah, we've reached that point. Should we close it? Should we closing
Closing
statements?
statements would be in order.
Yeah.
If mothers would like to start.
If all the mommies were dead, then there would be no humanity. There would be no humanity, period. There would be no this debate, no this wonderful podcast with 100 episodes, no Harry Minsky.
Ah!
You know, it's just when you have no bees, like, think about like extinction level events happen all the time. And like, you know, the world, you know, persists and adapts and whatever. Like, it's possible. But like, this is personal. No humans, no mommies, no humans, no Harry Minsky. I yield my time.
I agree with my opponent. Because no bees, no mommies, no Harry Minsky. But if you have mommies and bees, the mommies are still murdering people, and the bees are just helping society. So I'll just yield with that.
All right. I'm going to take a second to decide.
Yeah, take your time, think about it.
Yeah, you want to spin around, you know,
Great
take
work,
a minute.
Matt. Cheers.
I'll hold off
You'll
with
pass.
that.
Okay, fair.
I'm gonna pass up.
I'm gonna squabble up.
Oh my god, the debate's over, and you want to squabble up.
I want to squabble up.
Oh, boy. All right. I've decided, and both were argued very well, and in many ways very similarly, and in many ways very differently.
Oh, wow.
I think
Is that not this podcast?
Yeah.
I think I'll have to contend that the title of victor goes to Jack or bees.
The Hundo.
The Hundo
Yes.
crown.
Congratulations. So Jack just won the big Hundo Bicker. I don't think we explained this properly.
No, that was the big Hundo Bicker, folks.
So what that means now is that
I'm the head Hundo for the next 100 episodes.
Jack's
or
the
so.
head Hundo, and I have to respect that.
Yeah. And things are going to get really different around here.
Oh, fuck.
Things are going to get really I jest. Things are they'll get better. I mean, we're always on the come up, folks.
Things are always changing, but hopefully they won't change too drastically under Jack's new administration.
Yeah. First order of business. Let's find a tattoo artist. Matt needs a uniform.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Cool. I mean, should we plug some stuff? I mean,
Yeah,
this
Harry, thanks for being here.
Happy to be here. This is a pleasure beyond words.
Yeah, this has been sick. This is dropping
Likewise.
this is dropping tomorrow.
Tomorrow, sometime in the afternoon,
Yeah,
perhaps.
probably in the afternoon, or maybe in the morning.
Whoa.
Oh.
We'll see. We'll see how Papa gets in the beat
Valentine's Day
laboratory.
is about to get really important.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's gonna be sick. And I mean, we've got some great stuff coming up, folks. We've got we're gonna be dropping some verticals on the platform soon.
Yeah,
We're getting back in the vertical game.
Yeah, keep tabs on all your vertical platforms.
Yeah.
But also the three of us are doing another 100 sketches in 1 hour.
That's true.
And-
Shaping up to, I think, confidently be the best one yet.
Absolutely be the best
Yes.
one yet. Without a doubt.
Us
Yes.
and a veritable
crew.
who's who of other extremely funny people.
Yes. Riffers, raffers, laughers, and gaffers.
That's right.
And the Baldwin boys.
Yeah.
Coming
the
to
Baldwin
town.
Baldwins.
They're
Maybe
involved. Yeah, no, it'll be fantastic. Caveat, March 13th,
Yes.
7 p.m.
Yep. think it's a Thursday.
100sketches.com. 100sketches.com. All words. Buy tickets. It'll be awesome. Anything we can plug about the show is like a tease. Insert tease.
A little tease. Yeah, we'll tease the 100 Sketches show.
Yeah.
Let's do a sketch right now. Zip.
Ouch. And
Sketch. no. I mean, it's just gonna be awesome. Like
Yes.
we've I would just say that this process has been the
been
most
clean.
smooth and most fruitful
Yes.
in terms of ideas and output. And
know that for every sketch you see, 2 sketches we decided not to put in the show.
yeah,
That's true.
For
yeah.
every one sketch in the show, there was at least 2 sketches that we were like, this one's the best
Yeah.
of those 3. So we'll be dropping the B sides and the C sides after, and then we'll get successively less polished.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
freaking sick. So be on the lookout for that. This has been Apples and Oranges 100.
Yeah. And the next 100 are gonna suck.
Bye bye.
Better eat